Hello world, my name is Tyler Wright, and welcome to Devsplained. My goal with this series is to explain software development, what goes in and out of it, and what it's like to go from college to career. So let's go. When I left college, I was ready to take on the world. I thought I knew roughly 90% of everything I would ever need to know. The other 10%, I'll figure it out. Oh, how naive I was. I don't think I'm a special case. I mean, sure, there are a few exceptions, but I think most developers are a little blindsided when they take the plunge into the real world. I find that college kind of has to be generic in what it teaches you. It can't teach you everything there is in the world. It basically has to touch on the core concepts and let you go from there. If college did provide you everything you needed to know, I would think it would probably take at least twice as long, which would suck. Then even upon graduation, you still would be behind the curve. Technology moves pretty quick. I think college is kind of there to teach you the basics, or at least the underlying concepts of computer science and software development. But I think more importantly, it's there to teach you how to learn. Well, that and to give you a piece of paper. Anyways, the reason for this series is to show you what I've learned along the way. I want to give you something that I wish I had when I left college. I basically want to show you the world of development. Show you the world. So, who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, honestly, you don't have to. Free will! Well, I'm a developer with over 10 years of experience. I've gone from being a junior developer to an enterprise developer, or whatever that actually means. I've stumbled my way throughout my career. I've made missteps, re-steps, back steps, forward steps. I hope that what I know from experience will help you understand what the world of development could throw at you. Now, if this episode was a book, which it's not, it's a video, then this would basically act as the table of contents. Maybe I should write a book someday. You can view this episode as the introduction to the series that I'm producing called Devsplained, and right now I'm pretty much going to go over what I expect to accomplish and how the flow of each episode is going to go, so that way you have kind of an idea. Of course, you don't have to watch any of this. You could just go straight to my episodes and watch those. But I hope that this can kind of give you a way to understand where I'm coming from, what I hope to accomplish, and how the structure will be laid out. Each episode will be roughly around 10 minutes long, and they'll focus on a single subject. You can think of these episodes as a small encapsulated explanation of the subject in question, my opinions on it, and kind of how it fits into enterprise development, or where and how you might see or stumble upon it in your career, be it in the enterprise or a homebrew developer, or how it fits in the real world. My goal is for these episodes to be short, encapsulated, neutral, streamlined, and entertaining. One of these days I should make an acronym on that. Speaking of acronyms, there will be an episode on that. Caution! I do want to mention I'm pretty opinionated, but also agnostic. I'm not going to be pushing my ideologies, languages, frameworks, or anything like that on you. That would be ridiculous. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm more so here to give you information. Quick hits, really, of here's this thing, here's what it is, here's where it fits in the real world, and here's my opinions on it. I plan on presenting multiple viewpoints. I'll be using multiple languages and multiple frameworks, and I'll show you different ideologies, but I'm going to be as neutral as I possibly can. Like I said, not a salesman. I just want to show you some examples of what these things are in the real world, quote unquote, unquote, unquote. I don't know why I like doing that. I like a quote unquote. I mean, do people actually do that in the real world? Do they really go, this is, or you know? I don't know. These episodes, like I said, will be pretty short and sweet, but there's a lot more material to each of these subjects than can be presented in 10-ish minutes. My goal is to have a backing blog post for every single episode. These blog posts will contain any diagrams or code snippets or links to books I might reference, etc. Things like that. I plan on going into a lot more detail. The blog posts are definitely going to be a major part of this series because they will just expand upon what these videos represent. You can kind of think of these videos as the quick hits, the not elevator pitch, but the high level, this is what this thing is and this is where it fits, and here are some different viewpoints on it. These blog posts will be released at the exact same time that the episodes are released, so they should be there for you whenever you're watching these. You don't even have to watch these videos, you can just go straight to the blog posts. Also, you can subscribe to the blog, you can subscribe to this video series here on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button, subscribe button, subscribe button, subscribe button. I actually have no idea where the subscribe button is because this is my first time doing any YouTube stuff, but I also think there's a like button somewhere over there. There's also a dislike button, which you can hit. You have free will. So let's go a little further into these episodes. I'm going to categorize the episodes in specific categories, so that way they're easily recognizable as to what the content could be, and also a way to sort them. The episodes will be categorized using the following categories. Soft skills. Personal attributes that enable someone to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. Dev life. Basically lifey types of things. Quality. These are going to kind of go over a lot of the things that ensure quality in code, such as standards, code reviews, and things like that. Development lifecycle. Basically, you can think of this category as the beginning of software to the end of software. It keeps going, actually. System design. Basically how everything fits together. You can kind of think of Legos. Hard skills. You know, the more techie type of things. At this point, if I were you, I'd be asking, why are you doing this? And most people would say, money. Well, it's not. I actually have no idea how to make money on these things. I'm just really doing it for you. I love teaching. It's one of my passions. Ever since I left college and started getting into my career, I found mentors taking me from not knowing much to actually knowing things and being able to do things. I enjoyed carrying those skills onto others. I enjoy teaching. I love showing people the intricacies of the languages and the intricacies of the tools. I'd love to hear your feedback. You can comment below, because that's what YouTube people do. They point down because the comments are below, right here below me. Comment on my blog, you can email me, subscribe to my channel. I even have an Instagram where I take pictures of things. Heck, you can even call me and tell me how terrible of a person I am. Wait, don't actually call me. That would not be a fun thing at all for anybody. That would be really strange. Just know that I'm always open to a discussion, a dialogue, a debate, because I've learned along the way that even though my last name is right, I'm not always right. Kind of as an aside, I've been kind of thinking, like, doing this whole YouTube thing, these videos are probably only going to stay relevant for at most 5 years. At that point, everything will have changed. But what happens when the next thing comes along and it's like, you know, the like button's over here, the subscribe button's over there, where there isn't even any of those buttons, and instead it's just an extension of our brain that we interact with, and we're all of a sudden in tune with everybody. And as that happens, nanomachines are starting to slowly take over, changing our brains into this gray goo that consumes the entire world. What the? Nah, what am I saying? YouTube will last forever. Alright, so that's it today, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Adios.